Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World, where we are taking a look at placeables that'll earn you some money. Now, I know a lot of you old hands out there know about these, but there's plenty of new people starting all the time and they just might like to have a little bit of information. I will preface this by saying that some people consider these a bit of a cheat. It's really up to you. It's your game, play it your way, but these are available. They're all available on ModHub, and everything that I'm looking at today is also available for console and PC, so nobody will fall short in this one. So the first series of placeables I'm going to look at are ones that you just plop it down and forget about it, and it will start earning you some money. And we might as well just start right here on this end. We have the Trafostation by 3DMX Modding. Now, this is going to run you a hearty $98,000 up front, or euros, or whatever denomination you're playing in. I'm in the US, so I'm going with dollars. Anyway, this will cost you $98,000 to place one of these. And in easy mode, you'll be earning $200 per hour. Medium, you'll be earning $100 an hour, and in hard, that would be $50 an hour. What does that all mean up front? Well, it means that this thing will be paying you $4,820 per day. However, it's still going to take you 21 days to pay this thing off, so you won't be earning your money back for 2/3 of a month. But when it's all said and done, you will be earning almost $5,000 per day. Another mod that's interesting, this is the Cellular Tower or Cellular Antenna by DD Mod Passion. Now this one will run you only $1,000 to place, which is pretty nice. It's cheap. And if you think about the Trafostation and the Cellular Antenna, I mean, these aren't things that as a farmer you would buy and build, and you're not going to create a cellular network. A cell company or an energy company would come to you and say, hey, we would like to lease part of your land so that we can place one of these things, and we'll pay you a certain amount per year to do so. But in the game, we are paying for them. So anyway, back to the Cellular Antenna. This one will only run you $1,000. On easy, it will pay you $20 per hour, medium $15, and on hard $10 per hour, which works out to $480 per day. But the nice thing is it only takes just over 2 days to pay off, so on the third day you will start making money. Now, there is no limitation on how many of these you place, except maybe on console where you have a limited slot count. But as you know, once you buy one, your slot count goes down, so probably still not much of a limitation. Now, the next one that we're going to look at here is the Beehouse. This was provided by Giants themselves, and the Beehouse will run you $20,000. Place the Beehouse, the bees fly off to do their beely duties, and on easy it will earn you $25 an hour, medium $16, and hard $8, and this will net you a relatively meager sum of $600 per day, which means this thing is going to take 33 days to pay off. You be the judge. It's going to take a long time for this to start earning you any real cash. Now, keeping in line with the bees, we have these Lotto Bee. We've got Beehives by AAA Modding. Now, you only get one of these. I've just placed 9 to show them off a little bit more. But for each one, they will run you $500. And on easy, you earn $10 an hour, medium $8 an hour, and hard $4 per hour. So per day, each beehive is going to net you about $240, which means it will take roughly 2 days to pay off one of these beehives, and then you'll start earning that cash from them. Now, I like the beehives in particular because they're small, they're placeable, and they make sense on a farm. So, you know, if you've got something that's flowering and you would normally have bees to pollinate it, beehives make sense. The next one we're going to look at, this is the Witchy Well by Alien Jim. This is only $900 to place. It's a nice little decorative item, and it will net you $50 per hour on easy, $25 per hour on medium, and $10 per hour on hard, which means it will net you on easy about $1,200 per day. And it takes less than a day to pay for itself. So that is just 3/4 of a day, 0.75. So nice, easy, simple decoration that will net you a little bit of cash. And the last direct placeable we're going to look at is this monster right here. Now there are a bunch of different windmills. They come in all shapes and sizes. A lot of different placeable windmills that will earn you various amounts of money. This is the one, the wind turbine, that has been provided by Giants, and this will cost you a healthy $1.2 million to plop one of these bad boys down. However, it will net you $1,500 per hour on easy, $1,000 per hour on medium, and $500 per hour on hard, which will net you about $36,000 per day. However, this will take over 33 days to pay for itself. That 1.2 million is not going to come back anytime soon. You might find better ways to spend it, like a new harvester, or 2, or 3. So anyway, these are the immediate direct placeables that just plop them down, forget them, and they start earning you cash. Now, we're going to look at other placeables that also earn you money, but require a little bit of labor and do make a little bit of sense on a farm. So the first one we're going to look at, or the first ones we're going to look at, are the fruit orchards by GTX and Erebus. Now these are really nice. You get either an orange orchard or an apple orchard, and for these you need to provide water and manure. I just happen to have some over here, and we'll just throw some of this in real quick. Get some manure in there first. Leave the tractor running is probably a good idea. And we'll grab some water and throw that in there too. Now, what's nice about these, GTX and Erebus have thrown a little bit of animation into them, and you can see as we put water in that these will begin functioning, and you can see the apples pop right on the trees there, and the next one's going to have orchards or oranges, and you can see the sprinkler system kicks in the minute you provide water. So that's kind of a cool little feature. And there are other little animations that take place on these also. So these are nice. These fruit orchards are $25,000 each to place. On Easium, they will net you $90 per hour, medium $60, and $40 on hard, which nets you about $2,160 per day. And each of these orchards will take 11.5 days to pay for itself. So on the 12th day, you'll start making your money from these. Yeah, these are very nice. Now, one thing to note about these, and that GTX has specifically said these will work with water alone, and the prices I just mentioned are for water only. So if you add the manure, it doubles that. So if you keep manure and water in these, they'll pay for themselves in half the time, and you'll make twice as much money. So something good to know about those. The next one we're going to look at are the greenhouses. These greenhouses are provided by Giants. You've got a lettuce greenhouse, that's this one, and a tomato greenhouse here. They're not too much different from the fruit orchards we just looked at. And we'll just swing around and see if I can't manage to get some manure in here. Now these are a little bit trickier to tip in, not much, but this actually works a little better if you've got a left side tip. That'll do. I'll just plop some manure in there. Now we can see in this greenhouse, these require both manure and water. So in that greenhouse, nothing is growing yet. That's just any green you see in there is literally just grass coming up through the bottom. And that could be a map function, not necessarily a an issue with the greenhouse itself. And now we'll grab our water, throw some of that in there. Now, each of these greenhouses will also cost you $25,000 to place. And we just pull up next to our water tank, tip in some water, pump in some water, I guess. And now you can see in this greenhouse that there is lettuce growing in those beds there. And we'll see that here. The minute we add water, we've got tomatoes in our tomato greenhouse. Now again, these will cost you $25,000 a piece to place. On easy, they will earn you $90, medium $60, and on hard mode $40, which means they will make you $2,160 per day, and it will take you 11.5 days to pay off. I could not find any information to indicate that these pay better if you add manure and water as opposed to just water. I really sincerely doubt it. And the next thing we're going to look at, we have the Vineyards by Giants. You can place these with either red grapes or white grapes, green grapes, whatever you want to call them. And again, it's a similar situation. You're going to add some manure, you're going to add some water, and you're going to get paid for your grapes. Now the Vineyards, I think, pay off just a little bit better than the greenhouses. And I'm not lined up very well. Again, when you're placing these, have either the right kind of trailer, be a better driver than I am, or set them up so they're much easier to tip in. Maybe that'll do me. There we go. So we get some manure in there. We can see there's no grapes. No grapes whatsoever growing on these vines. We'll just swing right around and grab our water trailer. Now the Vineyards will run you $12,000 a piece to place, and per hour they're going to net you 120 on easy, 90 on medium difficulty, and 60 on hard difficulty, which works out to $2,880 per day, and that means these Vineyards will take just over 4 days to pay for themselves. So that's not too bad. Just 4 days and these Vineyards start paying for themselves, and you can see now we've got grapes on the vine. The last things we're going to look at are some placeable trees. Now there is a pack called Placeable Fruit Trees by GTX, the same person who did the fruit orchards. And these will run you $10,000 per tree. You have apple trees and you have orange trees. And since we've already got our water tanker right here, we'll just go tip in some water, and we can see once we add water, we have oranges. Over here, once we add water, we should have apples. Yes, yes we do. Now, with just water, these will earn you, there we go, $45 per hour on easy, $30 per hour on medium, and $20 per hour on hard, for an income of $1,080 per day. That means that these will take 9.25 days to pay off. But if we hop in here, we add some manure. Again, GTX has stated in his XML file specifically that if you add manure, it doubles your income. So we tip a little bit of manure in there. And a thing to note about all of these placeables that are asking for manure and water, they do consume the manure and water, so you will need to come back to these every couple of days and refill them to keep them working. If you let them run dry, they make you no money, so you do have some maintenance on these. Now the last one, the very last one we're going to look at is the olive tree. And the olive tree comes to us from RobyMel81 Modding, and it will only cost you $1,000 to place. And again, it does require manure and water. There is no indication that manure will increase your profit. And this one has a very tight tip-in area for manure, so you really got to get in close to it. And then we'll go grab our water trailer. Now the olive tree, again, I said it will only run you $1,000, but it will make you $120 per hour on easy, $90 per hour on medium, and $60 per hour on hard. Which means these are going to net you a hefty $2,880 per day. What does that really tell us? Well, that means that in about, 8 hours, these will pay for themselves. And now we tip in our water, and we can see we've got lovely olives on the branches. So yeah, the olive tree will net you a hefty sum, and it doesn't even take a full day to pay for itself. So that's our look at placeables that earn you money. Again, it's your game. Play it your way. If this works for you, if having a little extra money come in is perfect for you, play your game your way. If someone says it's cheating, you know, that's their game, that's their way. Some people do think it's a bit of cheating. I actually like the ones that require a little bit of maintenance better than most. With the exception of the beehives. I think the beehives are really a good option for a farm depending on what you're growing. And I'd like to mention I do have a spreadsheet with all of this information that I will include in the description down below. And don't forget to check out my other Let's Play videos, tutorials, and tips. If you found this video enjoyable, entertaining, or educational, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.